Are you a passive consumer or an active participant in the digital world? Every day, we scroll through endless feeds, but how often do we stop to question the quality and impact of the information we consume? Think about it. When was the last time you critically analyzed the content that shapes your views and beliefs? Join us as we explore the importance of media literacy and your role in navigating the digital landscape consciously. Welcome to a critical exploration of how our digital interactions shape our thoughts and society. In today's fast-paced digital world, the streams of information we consume daily profoundly impact our critical thinking and decision-making processes. Are we mere consumers of information, or can we become thoughtful participants in shaping a more informed society? This video delves deep into the power of media literacy, the role of individual responsibility, and how each of us can contribute to a culture of meaningful discourse and awareness. Stay with us as we uncover practical ways to engage critically with media and why fostering an environment of thoughtful dialogue is more crucial now than ever. Don't miss out on understanding how you, too, can make a difference in the digital age. Watch till the end to empower yourself with the knowledge to navigate and influence our media-driven world wisely. My discussion begins from here. Why do people not have an interest in thinking? This question is very interesting and challenging. A lack of interest in thinking can stem from several factors, some of which include time constraints, the impact of media and technology, and educational cultures, time constraints and daily pressures. In a society where everything is rapidly changing, many people might feel they do not have enough time for deep reflection. This is especially true in urban and industrial environments where daily life may be based on efficiency and speed. Impact of media and technology. In a world where information is quickly and easily accessible, some people might engage less in deep or critical thinking. Social media and fast news platforms may reduce the focus on deepening knowledge as opposed to quick information retrieval. Educational systems. In some cultures, educational systems might focus more on rote learning and exams rather than encouraging students to think critically and solve problems. This can limit an individual's ability to think independently and creatively. Culture and values. In some societies, tradition and obedience to authority might overshadow encouragement to think independently and question things. This can lead to a diminished interest or motivation for deep thinking. To confront this issue and promote a culture of thinking in society, modern educational methods, cultural campaigns, and new technologies can be used to challenge and motivate individuals to think independently. Are there hidden hands that use the above factors to distance people from thinking and logic? This is a very profound and sometimes controversial question. Various theories exist, some of which point to the existence of forces that might weaken critical and logical thinking in society for specific interests. Here are some of these forces: media and advertising. Some theories suggest that media and advertising can be designed to shape or sway public opinions. This could be done by selecting the stories that are broadcasted or by emphasizing emotions over logical reasoning. Industries and large corporations. Sometimes, companies and industries might have economic interests that challenge critical thinking. For example, the tobacco and oil industries have previously attempted to influence scientific research that could damage their interests. Politicians and governments. In some cases, governments and politicians might use information to control or guide public opinion. This can include censorship, propaganda, or even using laws to restrict public debates. Technology and big data. With the advancement of technology and data analysis, it is possible that powerful institutions use these tools to influence behaviors and opinions. For example, social media platforms can direct user attention towards certain viewpoints and content. These ideas can be part of a broader discussion on how existing powers and institutions impact society. Recognizing these influences and countering them requires awareness and critical thinking. Can it be said that all social media is actually more of a tool to lead people to not think? This theory that social networks can be used as a tool to lead people towards not thinking is part of a broader discussion about the impact of technology and media on society. Social networks have advantages and disadvantages that can affect users' thinking and behavior in various ways. reduction of attention and focus, social networks usually offer short and entertaining content that may divert users' attention from reading and deep thinking. This type of content is often designed to attract quick attention and provoke immediate reactions. Echo chambers and filter bubbles. Social networks can place users inside bubbles that only expose them to views and information that align with their personal beliefs. This situation can lead to a decrease in interaction with opposing views and, consequently, a reduction in critical thinking. Psychological effects. Research has shown that excessive use of social networks can have negative effects on mental health, which may include reduced concentration and even negative feelings about oneself. However, social networks can also be useful tools for education and information sharing. They can serve as platforms for discussion and the exchange of ideas, allowing people from all over the world to connect with each other. The conclusion about whether social networks generally lead to guiding people towards not thinking depends on how these tools are used and how users interact with them. Of course, in an era where people have not yet developed an interest and belief in thinking and awareness, it can be said that the use of social media more often leads to a distancing from useful thinking and awareness. You've raised an important point. In societies where awareness and the inclination towards deep and critical thinking have not yet fully developed, social networks may play a dual role. On one hand, they have the potential to become tools for disseminating superficial and sometimes erroneous information, and on the other hand, they can provide opportunities for education and knowledge exchange. The main issue lies in how these media are used. Instant gratification effect. Social networks often focus on instant gratification, such as likes and comments, which may divert users' attention from deep and critical thinking and instead, lead them to seek immediate approval. Content selection based on algorithms. Algorithms that determine what users see can promote content that is more entertaining or provocative, rather than content that requires thought and reflection. Information overload. There is an endless sea of information on social networks that can lead users away from thinking and researching a specific topic towards scattering their attention. To counter these effects, it is important for individuals to actively seek to enhance their critical thinking skills and look for credible sources and high-quality educational content on social networks. Media literacy education can also help individuals better distinguish between useful and non-useful content and generally use social networks more consciously. Our discussion points out that most people do not have an inclination towards thinking and awareness, so how can we expect them to make beneficial use of social media? This question is crucial and addresses the root of the problems related to information culture and education. For people to use social media effectively and consciously, a cultural shift in attitudes towards learning and critical thinking must occur. Here are some strategies for cultural development and increasing the inclination towards thinking and awareness. Strengthening media literacy education. Media literacy education can help individuals develop the necessary skills to identify credible sources, recognize advertising and propaganda, and understand better how social media operates. This type of education should start at a young age and be incorporated into the educational system. Promoting critical thinking. Educational programs should focus on enhancing critical thinking, not just memorizing information. Critical thinking helps individuals actively evaluate information and resist misleading content. Using positive role models. Establishing positive behavioral models through influential personalities and credible individuals who use social media constructively can have a significant impact. Observing the beneficial use of these platforms can promote similar behaviors among the general public. Cultural development in families and communities. Families and local communities can play a crucial role in promoting the importance of thinking and awareness. Discussions about current issues and the importance of accurate information can start at home. Encouraging active participation. Encourage individuals to actively participate in discussions and online activities that require critical thinking and analysis. You are approaching the solution to this discussion with an optimistic and media-friendly perspective, while the implementation of these solutions is in the hands of governments and large corporations that primarily pursue their own interests and policies. Therefore, these proposed methods may not be very practical. You've highlighted an important point. Indeed, many of the proposed solutions require a high level of collaboration and commitment from governments and large corporations, which sometimes may have interests that conflict with the public good. However, this does not mean that individual and community efforts are ineffective. In fact, significant changes often start with grassroots efforts. Here are some additional strategies for enhancing thinking and awareness at the individual and community levels that are less dependent on support from governments and corporations. Forming awareness groups and communities. Individuals can form communities at the local or online level that focus on critical thinking and accurate awareness. These communities can facilitate the sharing of credible resources, the organization of workshops and educational seminars, and the creation of platforms for discussion. Self-directed and motivated learning. Individuals can take the initiative to enhance their knowledge and skills on their own. Utilizing open educational resources such as MOOCs, massive open online courses, books, and scholarly articles can be helpful in this regard. Using independent platforms. Increasing the use of platforms and media that are less influenced by major interests and have a greater focus on elevating knowledge and awareness. Cultural and artistic activities. Art and culture can be powerful tools for stimulating thought and provoking societal discussions. Films, plays, literature, and visual arts can address important and challenging topics in an engaging and accessible manner. Participating in community activities. Engaging in local initiatives and projects that promote critical thinking and awareness, contributing to a more informed and thoughtful community. You pointed out something important about the short content and quick reactions that are prevalent on most social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram Stories, Facebook, etc., and YouTube Shorts, where, upon closer examination, there is often no real challenge for thinking and awareness. Yes, you've pointed out one of the fundamental challenges in using social media. The short content based on immediate reactions found on many popular platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube Shorts usually focuses on creating quick, addictive entertainment rather than promoting critical thinking or deep awareness. This type of content is very popular due to its high impact and rapid production. To address this challenge and promote a culture of thinking and awareness, the following approaches could be useful. Producing educational content that is short yet deep. Strive to produce and promote content that, while being visually appealing and concise, contains useful and thought-provoking information. For example, create short videos that use intriguing questions and significant topics to challenge viewers and encourage further research and learning. Using existing platforms to promote critical thinking. Organize challenges and campaigns on social media that promote critical thinking and intellectual engagement. For instance, campaigns that encourage users to discuss more serious and fundamental issues. Encouraging the consumption of diverse content. Educate users to diversify the content they consume and explore platforms that offer more credible and educational content. Conducting workshops and educational seminars. Provide opportunities for education and discussion in both offline and online environments that can acquaint individuals with the importance of critical thinking and greater awareness. However, for long-term effects, it is necessary that the culture of society also moves towards prioritizing values associated with critical thinking and deeper awareness. This cultural change can be achieved through education, appropriate policymaking, and the promotion of media ethics. All these efforts can collectively lead to the creation of a more aware and participatory society. Additionally, citizens must also take personal responsibility to enhance their level of knowledge and ability to evaluate information and media. This could involve strengthening analytical skills, increasing media literacy, and developing research and reasoning abilities. Finally, parents and educators also play a crucial role in shaping future generations. Raising children who are capable of independent thought and critical evaluation of their surroundings can establish the foundations of a dynamic and questioning society. Encouraging children and young people to be inquisitive, creative, and to think critically from a young age can lead to long-term improvements in the use of social media and other media platforms. Reflecting on the solutions, we can only hope that people themselves will turn towards thinking and awareness with the help of independent, thoughtful, and aware individuals, as the other parties often lack a genuine interest in making efforts in this regard and are merely for show. Indeed, you've pointed out a key issue that the responsibility and role of thoughtful and informed individuals in society are crucial. These individuals can serve as role models for others and promote a culture of critical and independent thinking. Large institutions and governments may be less interested in truly promoting these values due to differing interests, but individuals and local communities can make fundamental and significant changes. These efforts can include promoting open dialogue and discussions, creating spaces for discussion and exchange of views where different individuals can share their perspectives and learn from each other. Continuous and self-motivated education, encouraging individuals to continually learn and conduct personal research, even outside formal educational frameworks. Using technology positively, employing new technologies to access reliable information and develop educational platforms that promote critical thinking. Community-centered activities, organizing workshops, seminars, and cultural events that promote critical thinking and public awareness. In this way, individuals can fundamentally and through collective and personal efforts strengthen their communities and strive for open and independent thinking. This is a long and complex process, but with commitment and perseverance, positive changes can be achieved. How can we show people which content, channels, and individuals are necessary and beneficial to follow? Educating people to identify content and credible sources requires a precise and continuous educational process. To assist individuals in discerning useful content and trustworthy individuals to follow, several approaches can be utilized. 1. Media literacy education, conducting workshops, online and in-person courses to teach media literacy, which helps individuals better evaluate their information sources. These courses cover topics such as recognizing hidden advertisements, distinguishing real news from fake, and identifying propaganda. 2. Promoting transparency and credibility standards, encouraging channels and content creators to use transparency standards, such as disclosing information sources, linking to credible studies and research, and providing comprehensive information about the organizers and authors. 3. Using reviews and community feedback, encouraging individuals to write and read reviews about different channels and content. Online communities can serve as valuable resources for sharing experiences and information. 4. Emphasizing the importance of content diversity, educating individuals to follow a wide range of sources and viewpoints to achieve a broad and balanced perspective. Encouraging the consumption of content that challenges existing thoughts and develops new viewpoints. 5. Establishing and strengthening oversight institutions, supporting independent institutions and organizations that are responsible for reviewing and evaluating media content. These institutions can publish reports and recommendations that help individuals choose the best sources to follow. 6. Cultural development in families and schools, education and upbringing regarding the importance of media literacy and critical thinking should start in homes and schools. Encouraging family discussions about the content being watched and teaching analytical skills in schools can help prepare new generations with a critical viewpoint and clear standards. To attract your audience to thinking and awareness through your channel or platform, you can use creative and independent methods that do not require support from governments or major powers. These methods help you establish a direct and meaningful connection with your audience and have a significant impact. 1. Producing quality and meaningful content. Offer content that truly challenges the audience and encourages them to think. This could include topics related to societal debates, ethical issues, impactful stories, history, philosophy, and other topics that can provide deeper insights. 2. Interactive formats. Use formats like podcasts, webinars, and online seminars that enable audience participation. These formats allow viewers to ask questions, provide their opinions, and participate in discussions. By implementing these strategies, you can encourage your audience to think more deeply and help them become active and informed consumers of media content. These approaches enable your audience not only to accept information but to actively engage with it and make their personal evaluations. At the end of this discussion, the message we can offer to readers and viewers is that every individual plays a crucial role in shaping our information society and media culture. The responsibility of raising awareness and promoting critical thinking lies with all of us, and these efforts can have positive effects for both ourselves and our society. Along this path, there are several key points that can assist you. 1. Active participation. Be more than a passive consumer of content, actively engage in creating, analyzing, and critiquing content. Look for opportunities to pose questions and offer your insights. 2. Education and training. Continue your own education and participate in the educational processes of others. Sharing your knowledge and experiences can encourage others to think as well. 3. Promoting media ethics. As both a consumer and producer of content, always adhere to media ethics. Avoid spreading misinformation and always strive to choose accurate and credible sources for your information. 4. Supporting independent media. Support media outlets and platforms that strive to provide information independently and fairly. This contributes to strengthening honesty and transparency in the media landscape. 5. Being a responsible digital citizen. In the digital age, each of us plays a role as a digital citizen. Be aware of this role and help improve the virtual space for everyone. Each of these actions can help create a more informed and active society where every individual is committed to democratic values and personal development. Together, we can help create a constructive and dynamic environment where critical thinking and continuous learning are integrated into everyday life. Every individual, with their knowledge and experience, can contribute to this process and help enhance the overall level of knowledge and awareness in society. Therefore, let's all, as active members of the digital community, play our part in enhancing media literacy and strengthening an environment based on truth and mutual respect. By doing so, we not only help improve our society but also leave a legacy of responsibility and awareness for future generations. Reflecting on the solutions, we can only hope that people themselves will turn towards thinking and awareness with the help of independent, thoughtful, and aware individuals, as the other parties often lack a genuine interest in making efforts in this regard and are merely for show.